Welcome to the part 2 of dealing with Ficsonium Fuel. In the last episode, we basically ended up making the singularity cells. For the next step, or the parts that are missing at this point are basically only fixite dragons, which are not difficult. They just require a lot of raw materials. If my math was correct, we are going to need like 6000 iron ingots in my case, because I want to do this recipe. Aluminium, I feel like it's quite rare and it's easy to get lots of iron, basically. We are located a bit away from the manufacturing, and we are located at the concrete factory and soon to be Ficsonium ingot factory. I've prepared a little of space and also bring iron literally from over there. And mainly over the map I went ahead and collected few resource nodes from here, here, and here, which will bring reanimated sand. So let's just power them on. I've set up the ports, so they should start bringing in all the required stuff. And let's go ahead for building these. I also prepared some blueprints for some math. And what I ended up with is basically hold. I'm gonna need 5 of those 6 times, as I want to split it into 6, how to say it, like 6 separate lines, yes. Let's give myself one more tile, and the plan is pretty much 2 of those, then 1 of those. Let's connect this. Let's place 1 more of those. Let's give myself some power so I can light here. So these guys will be, yeah, that's an oversight. These guys will be dealing with the iron ingots and animated them, making fixite ingot. I need like 4.5, so let's do it 5, doesn't matter. The animated SAM will come from the drones, and they all left, great. We will get iron here on the white belt. We have our output here, and to get all the iron we basically need, I think, like is this correct side? No. Let's align it a bit. Yes. That should be fine. Right? Yes. And we need iron ingot. I need to do this pure iron ingot to basically make enough from the 3600 iron ore. And since it's split to 600, it's 600 divided by 35. 17 and that's 6, basically. 6 times those. Yeah. This one is not tileable, but I don't mind it that much. Of course, power is on the other side for reasons. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And yes, I'm gonna need all the space over here. Most of it. That should be 6. 6. So let's just double check the math. And we have 6 times 3 times 35, 630. And as I mentioned, the belt is 1200 divided by 2 is slightly more, but it's totally fine. We need to connect the power because, yeah. Let's get rid of these. And for water it's not that difficult. It's less than 600 because we are dealing with 600 ore. It's less than 1 water per 1 ore. Something like 350, if I remember correctly. So we need question is, I would ideally prefer if I could them. Nah. Let's do this and not worry about it. It's well, it's not ideal in a sense of design for the pumps, but I don't know, I kinda don't really like to work with pumps, especially you cannot tile them. Nope. I hope that was enough. Let's add pump to avoid difficulties later on. And I don't mind this. That would be 360. Which should be enough. Yeah, 342. Let's just go like this. On the output it's saturated 1200. Saturated 1200 belt, and one last piece of puzzle is getting this here. And I'm thinking I didn't think that through in Sunset. How am I gonna do the distribution in here? But pretty much idea is keeping the iron on level 1, SAM on level 2, and output will be somehow somewhere. We need a splitter. Let's leave some room. Yeah, this is definitely not a fast enough belt. And basically, I think I done this, that's fine. Set the recipes. And basically, I should do this, and I need to do this 5 more times. I don't think I'm gonna bore you with this. So let's do a quick jump. And the build is done. Magically appeared here. Wish I could just copy like all rows. Oh well. Hopefully I have upgraded all the belts, set it up. It should be working. So next step is get the resources. So let's connect them. Load them on the train, and we will be moving to the next step. The amount is not big, it's 45 per row. Even Mark 4 belt is overkill. And as for the throughput of the drones, I have no idea, but hopefully it will be fine. Also the fun thing is, I'm actually short on animated SAM, because I used only 4000 SAM ore instead of 4066. So I yonked from my base a bit, which hopefully will be good enough. This is really not that high of a throughput, but I could use the drone, but I had a train station built in advance for other reasons, and it's fine. Also the loading is a bit overkill, but that's totally fine. So let's set up the train. And it will be going here, and I didn't set the name probably, right? Yeah. Let's do this fully loaded, or 2, 3, 4 minutes. 5 might be a bit too much. Screw it. Screw it again. Idea is that I don't want this train. This is not that occupied line, but yeah, I don't want train to go too often here, so it doesn't block my uranium trains. This train track is not the best. Yep. Cancel. Save. We could do a sanity check. I will be checking this later to actually verify it's all working, and actually, let's see. Do I get a throughput? 1. The numbers are very, very low. But if the trip takes 6 minutes, it carries 900. Oh yeah, that's an issue. So let's fix it straight away, because as I mentioned, or I didn't mention, but I have 2 1200 nodes. Technically, should be fine. So I'm gonna help at least the other ones. Like this one is 3 minutes, should be fine. This might not. It needs quite a bit more. Now we needed 8 minutes. Yeah, that's something I will fix later. Just by adding extra drones. Yeah. Let's leave it for now. We are running quite well. And I guess yeah. Let's take another train. And see you in our processing. And we are in the processing. So let's change the station name before I forget. Otherwise it should be set up quite nice. Yeah, mark for unloading. I will connect overflow later, it's fine. But just to in the build I just made a port, yeah. Just some extra production for this. And with this, we should be good to go to make Ficsonium Fuel. Well, the first step is waste to cells with dark matter residue to this. Where I'm planning for 40 of those, which means it's 8 of these, so 400 output, so 2 of those, yeah. So let's see how to connect them. Okay, so I gave it a little bit of thing, how it could look like, and I kinda like this. One of these is gonna be making dark matter residue, and other one at 50% speed, just the matter. This is actually not enough to run this machine full speed, but this will provide 10, and these two guys are consuming 5 and 5, and each of them giving 50 back of dark matter residue, which will build back, and they will create a singular build in the sense that these materials they are producing are gonna be closed in this loop. So we are aligned on the left, and the issue is these stick out, but that's kind of fine. Let's maybe do some offset, which they technically don't need because they are the widest. But I feel like I am not gonna regret it. So let's just do this. I left like a tile, so from the middle to the middle. And again. We are gonna align the machines on the left side. Did I already move it? No? So, this is gonna be the processing. One thing I just remembered, I am not so sure if this train station is set to unload. It's not. It is now. The funny thing is, I think I made a boo-boo when calculating this. Because I think I counted for twice as much, because I forgot about the overflow. And maybe not to bore you with the build again, I'm gonna show you the first one, which I already made this wrong. And the idea is in here we will be sharing plutonium waste and singularity cells, of course. Plutonium is over there and cells over here. Yeah, I should have aligned it with this. It's gonna bug me. Where this has a simple output, in a sense that we'll go to this port. And we have byproduct. Or better say, we still need to get this on the ground. At least for now. And I'm actually thinking of going like this. Will it connect or is it invalid? It's completely valid and even looks good. I like that. Where the idea is, this way it is not gonna block the highway, because again these two items are gonna be shared. And the last thing is to route this back on this side. Yeah, I build my power poles in way. They will get moved. I'm just curious. But yeah, that's totally fine. We will get our byproduct. And connect it here. And I'm actually curious. It might be a good idea to place at least small tank. And made this a priority. Where I always forget which pipe is getting prioritized, if it's top one or bottom one. That's something that might need to be done. But one thing that could help is doing this. Limiting it to 100. And that way, when the machine process, it will pull 300 per minute, but only 100 from this side, and the rest will go from this side. So this might be good enough. And yeah, with this, now what else do we need? Bring 2 highways on this side, fix the power. Is it really just 100? Yeah, don't worry. Yeah. Okay, so for the belt, it really nothing special, just lots of splitters on this height. So I am not gonna bore you with this. And the wiring, plumbing, belting is done. I also in the meantime started a plutonium reactors, so they can they start producing waste. I don't remember power numbers. I belted the output, input, made a flex reactors here. This 4. This one is burn off reactor in case of I have extra Ficsonium Fuel. I don't think it's gonna run anytime soon. And be ready. These reactors are gonna be running at... Yeah. Can I go even lower? No. They are gonna run on 1% speed just for you know, flex of having reactors. My main reactor field is over here. In the meantime, I fired up the plutonium reactors, and I mentioned, brought all the atoms here, routed Ficsonium Fuel over to reactors, to this belt to have a nice view, and back to my basically all fuel production. During the building, I was like, let's go with trains, you know, trains are nice, good. They are bringing the uranium waste, yes, uranium waste, and plutonium waste. Yeah, the thing is, uranium waste there is quite a bit of it, and yeah, it's like what, 350, like 700, yes, it should be 700. For plutonium waste, it's 40. Yeah, the trains are overkill, and that's why I set the train to wait 10 minutes there, because I don't wanna stress this part of the network. It's a design, not a flaw. Every train is basically going through my base with the waste and fuel, and not fuel. And fuel rods are sent on drones, because yeah, for these small numbers it's perfect. Yeah, the drone probably just left. I was stockpiling for hours my plutonium waste. They were almost full. That's fine. And it's leaving again. And I decided, since I'm sending uranium, plutonium. Huh? 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 The drone is flying empty? Really? It doesn't matter. A little bit of fuel. I kinda thought the drone needs to be full to leave. Yeah. So anyway, I routed the fuel here, and just so it's all nice on one place. Maybe the unfortunate part might be that I probably should stockpile fuel before sending it to the main reactors. Which I'm gonna do. Just so I keep the nice flat ground. Because